Now, last week I made a video about the state of the industry and animators and how difficult things have been. Now, this week in this video, I want to talk about AI and the state of AI in 2026. And I'm making videos since February 17th, 2023. Go and check it out. And it went very much from being a thing that might be scary to being a thing that is definitely scary to being a thing that might actually replace us as animators to now being a thing that doesn't really do much in terms of animation and it's not really scary anymore. It's very much like a thing that people use to make animation that is AI slop, but it doesn't replace the animator. However, I think because of all this like AI chat, AI slop and all that stuff, things are getting muddled and there's actually quite a lot of tools out there that are very useful to us. And I do think that there is a disparity between seeing AI as everything is bad in AI and actually seeing the things that actually are useful for us as an artist that can save us time and make us better and make us more productive overall. And this is what I want to cover in this video. So if this sounds interesting to you, let's get to it. Alright, so welcome to another video and I hope you're doing well. Now AI, what a roller coaster it has been, this journey with AI. I've been making videos since 2023 and it's been every year I've been trying to do at least a couple of videos to update the community, myself, what's been going on with AI, how good is it going to replace us? And I mentioned this about AI in a previous video, exactly the situation where when everybody can do the same and everybody is an equalizer, everybody can do exactly the same thing with no skills at all. What it means is that being excellent at something and working hard towards something becomes non-existent, which means that all the work becomes equal, which means that then nothing stands out, which means that there's nothing that kind of wows us as a human. And we want to be wowed with film, with paintings, with any type of art form. We want to look at it and feel something, and this is just human. This is what we do. So now, at least in my mind, I've established that I don't think AI will ever replace animation. I had that suspicion and I mentioned it in my previous videos. Go and watch them if you haven't so far, but it was not certain. Only the future will tell. And I think we are now in that future that we now know that I don't think he's going to replace us. So what can AI do for us as artists in order to make us better? I think that's a better question nowadays that we know that AI is never going to replace that artistic sense that we have as humans. Now, to me, I think that there is two camps here. The positive people behind AI that are looking at things and exploring and trying, and I consider myself one of them. And then there is the other camp, the negative camp, where anything that is labeled AI is negative, is horrible, it's just kill it with fire, this is horrible, right? And I think that I'm going to talk about the second one first, because I think there's a very shallow way of seeing a tool that came here fresh, that is exciting. Because if history serves as well, anybody that actually was very much a naysayer, like from going from 2D animation to CG, going from traditional animation to motion capture, those things existed and coexisted together, and it was not like one thing annihilated the other. The two things could exist together. But we have a tendency, I think, as a society, that to see that if one thing exists that is new, that is so fresh and so amazing, they can do a bunch of stuff that it couldn't be done before, then obviously the other thing that existed before needs to be just dead, and we need to move on to this other thing. Everybody that got stuck on thinking that I will never do this and I won't be able to fit, for example, all the 2D animators that basically didn't actually transfer to CG, a lot of them actually were very, very popular and continue doing it, but it's now becoming very, very niche. And same thing with motion capture. A lot of animators said, I don't want to deal with motion capture, I only want to do hand key. And I remember perfectly, when I started, there was a choice that are you a hand key animator or a motion capture animator? And that choice no longer exists, because you kind of have to do both in order to be the best possible animator and have the best opportunities to you. So looking at that history just for animation, it tells us that if we don't adapt to the things that AI can give us that are positive for what we do, then I think that we're going to fall behind. And this is my fear right now. And what I'm talking about, the tools that can help you as an artist, I'm not talking about the visual tools that can basically give you a shortcut to be have better animations. I don't think that tool exists. As many plugins as we have in Maya, and we have a ton of plugins, no one plugin has come from anybody that is a button and is being animated and you're good to go. We all know, especially if you're watching this, if you're an animator, that the plugin just makes it like a 1% easier or a 5% easier if it's Animbot, for example. But you still have to do the hard work of the animation regardless. You still have to go through blocking and go into first pass, second pass, and then spline, and then all of those things need to happen. And animation, I think, is going to always be that way regardless, because that process is very much like painting, right? Like if you don't go through the process, you don't have the end result that actually makes people feel a certain way, going back to what I said before. But what AI can give us is tools that basically save us time on all the mundane and things that we perhaps didn't enjoy so much. So we can take that time and now just spend like a fraction of what it used to be, and now we are actually just animating. And I remember perfectly, if you're anything like me, that animation obviously takes time. We all know this, but finding the time to animate, especially when you have a full-time job, for example, and you're doing it in the evenings, or if you actually want to if you're a boss, if you're a lead, if you're a director, spending time with emails and conversations and all that stuff, all of this takes time that you have from doing this boring stuff, which nobody wants to do, from actually doing the creative bit. And I think ultimately this is what AI is going to give us, is being this thing that, for example, instead of us having to send an email to your boss and having to spell check the crap out of this email, what I want to do is deal with that as quick as I can so I can focus on this, which is the animation, which is the creativity. And lastly, for all the naysayers, because I received this comment here that I'll put on screen that basically exemplifies exactly what I'm trying to say here, because I made a video about motoric AI. Go and check it out if you haven't. Really, really cool video. And there is companies out there that I think they genuinely mean well when it comes to these AI tools, and they're building these tools to save you time for you to be more creative. So tools like that are great. I think another company that is doing this incredibly well is Autodesk. I went to the Autodesk University last year. Go and check out that video if you haven't. And I also think that even though they are a massive conglomerate company, they genuinely, the way they actually seen this is very much that they want to give tools to empower creatives, and all their software suite is very much for creatives. And I think if you shut down everything to do with AI, because all of a sudden we are thinking that all the companies are the same because they fall into this AI umbrella, I think we're going to miss out on a lot of things that can make our life easier and better in the future. So if you guys see an AI tool that I'm actually advertising or I'm talking about here in this channel, is because I genuinely think that that tool is really useful and it saves you time, and I wouldn't do it without using it myself. Normally I have the tools that I use and I go, man, this is so cool. I save so much time. Here's how I use it. And this is how I make a video for you guys. So that is all that I had for you guys. Don't forget to subscribe if you took something positive or something useful from this video, and also drop a like as well because it helps a ton. And until the next week, stay well, stay safe. Peace. If you enjoyed the video or found it helpful, go ahead and hit the like button. If you super enjoyed it, leave a super thanks. It's like leaving a little tip and it directly supports the channel. If you haven't already, subscribe and turn on post notifications so you can continue to see my videos and get your weekly dose of betterness.